guys, it's me. I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects today, jewelry. Ignore my quarantine nails, some of these are a little chipped, but I want to talk to you about jewelry, when to wear it, why to buy it, what to buy, etc., etc. So it's really funny because the way that the human brain works is that there are certain cues that we give other people and we don't realize we're doing it. And when it comes to clothing, we can give people different, perceptions of us by what we wear. I always say it's really funny, like women in a blazer convey that they're not afraid of anything. And I also have seen there's certain colors that make people think of certain things. There's a reason why I won't put my underage girls in red because it's too sexual. There's so many things that are just at play and we don't realize it. Jewelry is one of those things where it signals to everybody else's brain that you tried and you put an effort together. I always use J-Lo's a really great example because she's walking around in literal sweatpants and a top knot, but she throws on a pair of hoops and she's set. And jewelry is one of those things that can be kind of scary for other people and it can be a little daunting and they don't know what's going on or what to wear. So I want to kind of give you guys some tips. The first is to figure out if you're a gold or a silver person. I happen to be both and I like to wear both all the time. I have pretty neutral undertones. This is me with a tan, which is hysterical. I'm still the color mayonnaise, but you can figure out your undertones by your veins. So if you have blue undertones, you're more cool. If you have greener undertones, you're more warm. And I'm kind of in the middle. So I get to wear both. It's also, you can wear whatever you want. That's kind of a little BS. But I also like big pieces of jewelry. I like big pieces of jewelry because I'm taller, so I feel like it puts things more into proportion. And I like to balance things out. So in middle school and high school, I used to wear big earrings, 5 necklaces, rings on every finger. I was like Stevie Nicks vibes for days. And I've learned over the years to pare it back and to also have a couple of signature pieces. So if I'm wearing one big ring, I might wear a few big rings at once, but I'm gonna wear studs in my ears and maybe a necklace. But I'm not gonna do big earrings, big ring, big necklace, big bracelets. These are bracelets I never take off. I don't actually have that many statement bracelets. So these are what I wear. That's an arrow. And then I also have this little guy that I never take off, also an arrow. And I have the ring that matches it, but I don't like wearing all 3 at the same time. But I wanna kind of give you guys how I proportion things. So if I do something big up here, I'm gonna do something big right here. It's gonna balance everything out. So big statement ring, big earrings. These are pretty simple. They're just a hoop, but if I'm gonna do a big hoop, I'm gonna do a big ring to balance everything out. Same way that if I do a big hoop, I'm not gonna do a super long necklace or a big bracelet. I like to just kind of have everything flow nice and easy. Also, statement rings aren't for everybody. If you have really short, nubby hands, it's not going to be for you. But because I feel like I have such long fingers and I have the inseam of a man who's 6'2", I think that it balances everything out. It's really funny because I saw Kim Kardashian in person 5 or 6 years ago, and I was working a show at the Ryman in Nashville, and she was there promoting some energy drink, and she's 5'3", and her butt is obviously something that she's bought, not was born with, so her proportions are already out of whack. But she had her engagement ring on, and her hands are so short that this giant ring made it look ridiculous. It's a pretty ring, but it's that looks crazy. In the same way that I've tried on my friends' engagement rings before, my petite friends, and they look like pinky rings, and it's a size thing. So it's half a carat on them looks like a teeny tiny freckle on me, which is probably why you hardly ever see me wear my engagement ring. I'll just wear a band. But I like to balance things out. Statement jewelry is also not for everybody. So if you're concerned about having statement jewelry being too big and too obnoxious, you don't have to be like me, but you can get some dainty pieces for layering. Let's say you just did some studs, but you had a necklace like this, and maybe you did 2 or 3 more smaller ones. Make sure you take all of those off before you sleep though, because they'll get tangled up. So maybe you do a couple of layers. Those are really cute with jeans and a t-shirt. It's really just nice to have something there. I recommend everybody have a pair of hoops, whether they're gold or silver. These are a little thicker than I normally get, but I bought them for a photo shoot, so I kept them. pair of hoops, no matter what size. I recommend, if you are married, to have an option where your ring can also be pulled apart, so your engagement ring can be separate from your wedding ring, because there are so many days where I don't want to have my engagement ring on because it clashes or it's stuck on something. I think you need at least one statement ring in your color palette. We talked about color palettes yesterday, so this one falls into mine. It's a 1950s turquoise ring. Actually, it was from a turquoise necklace. You can see the little hole. I also recommend having some kind of jewelry that's personal to you. So I know a lot of people will get bracelets that have like a handwriting on the inside, or, you know, these little dainty things are, that's my dog's name. So like little teeny tiny things that show your personality off. And the great thing about that is that's a conversation starter. So I've had someone ask me, oh, what is that? Like, what's your necklace? And I'll say, oh, it's an arrow. My dog's name's Arrow. And then the dog moms will come out and we'll show each other pictures. Or I like that ring. Where'd it come from? This was a gift from my husband's boss. He is Native American. Like, that's cool. So there's all kinds of things to give hints about your personality without you actually having to say anything, because, I mean, let's be real, saying things is hard, isn't it? And now with everybody kind of still stuck inside, it's kind of nice to just be able to be like, look, I got dressed today. It signals to your brain, like, we're here to do stuff. We're here to not only put on real pants, we're here to put on an outfit. So I love jewelry. I think it's a fun way of expressing ourselves. And I also think no matter what size you are, jewelry always fits more or less, except rings. So it's something that would be nice to treat yourself to during this time. My favorite, if you want, I can list my favorite jewelry designers in the comments, but I've got a jewelry designer friend for every single thing. And yeah, so send me your pictures of your jewelry today. I want to see what you put on. I want to see what you're drawn to. And if you don't have any, it's time to add some to your box. I love you guys so much. Have a great day.